Hey guys, I'm Logan. We're in Season 1, Episode 3 of Castle. Here's Chloe Richardson. Hi. Don't look at me like that. You want up here? She likes to get up here sometimes and just sits. But I guess she's just gonna lay there. Alright. We're up to Season 1, Episode 3 of Castle. Of our 5-part series. If it gets renewed, we'll watch 5 more. If patrons vote on it for the entire series to be watched, we'll do that as well. You can check out all of these videos and more on SimpleReactions.com or Patreon.com/SimpleReactions. All links are in the description, including links to social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter. And I have a Snapchat. You can follow me on Snapchat if you would like. You can follow me around my stories that I post of her. Here we go. Nice.
I believe it's a matter of some debate.
Oh, here she comes. Here she comes.
No, it's not that I don't appreciate everything you've done. That girl has to
It's
stay
like I
on
need
her
the
own
spotlight on every show.
What's the class?
Introduction to life coaching.
That's my item. It says here I'm your client.
Well, of course you are. Haven't I been telling you what to do your whole life?
Dad, Julie Smith-Swaller's back in rehab, so a spot opened up to chaperone the DC trip.
Dead people. Who was murdered and was it gruesome?
Oh, nice.
Single GSW to the chest, fairly large caliber, and from the lack of blood inside the boat, I'd say he wasn't killed at sea. Somebody moved him. He's got dirt and grass all on his Chuck E. Cheese. Other than the post-mortem voyage, looks like a pop and drop. I'm guessing sometime late last night. Getting to go from the boat.
It's the first time I've heard them refer to gunshot wound as GSW. It's pretty cool. I think.
Esposito, did you check the boathouse?
Not yet.
So why the burial at sea?
The Vikings believe that if you want to
I was
reach the
about to
island,
say that. God.
Importing Viking, that's your theory?
Vikings.
No, they also launched that dead with a sacrificial woman.
He hung out with a pretty tight crowd at Reading. They've all been together since grammar school.
Donnie used to have.
Which one got sick of him?
Only you moved recently.
Yes, a few months ago.
I was a partner at Lehman. When it went under, we took a big hit.
That can be pretty tough on a teenager. I wonder how they could still afford Reading.
You know the school?
Oh, I've been kicked out of all of New York's finer educational institutions at least once. The irony is, now that I'm rich and famous, they all claim me as a lump and want money.
It's just so rough being you.
I crossed the bear.
When the Kendall said they couldn't afford tuition, we put Donnie on scholarship.
Were any of you with Donnie last night?
We hung out after school, but...
Well, he clearly was running from
Do you have
someone.
any reason he'd be in the park? Point is that if you're trying to protect your friend's memory, I get it. But eventually the truth comes out. And the faster it does, the easier it'll be for us to help find who did it.
His family lost everything.
It's very unique, which
Guys,
I
you
don't
can't
care
get in trouble.
about, like rings or piercings or whatever.
In the drugs.
But for a school like
If you have
this,
money problems,
to wear
I was
those,
gonna do
that's
it.
kind of, you don't really see that.
He started dealing in the park.
You would think they would be very strict about that
Classic tragedy.
with a school like
Prominent
this.
family falls into disrepute. Science spirals down.
And bad things happen.
Of course, bad things happen. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a tragedy.
I mean, everyone's in a
Did you know
freaking
the original Greek tragedy literally means goat song?
outfit.
I know. Doesn't make any sense to me either. Remember that first story was? I can't help but think bad things must have happened to that goat.
Beckett.
You say the... Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Of course. Sure, I'll be right back.
Next time, put it on speakerphone. I
I
see the
love
pictures
it.
of those plaid skirts in East Side.
I went to public school. I just told him that to make him feel comfortable.
Oh.
Plague mystery.
Oh.
Which
She's
neural
good.
out of Africa or Mamma Mia?
We found this. Looks like mud. It's actually blood. Figured he was sitting on top of the bench, takes one of the chests, falls back over here, and then he's dragged to the lake. Why would someone come back and move him?
If it was a drug dealer, then he's going to realize the cops are going to think drug dealer if they find a body here.
Increasing his chances of getting caught.
So, He drags the body
Nice.
over there just to try to throw us off.
See someone you recognize, Mrs. False Signal?
No, I miss your sparkling personality. Yeah, that's the guy I saw right here.
You sure?
What do you want to give me a lie detector? That's him.
Do you know why you're here?
Oh my god.
No idea.
Oh, who is that?
The arresting officer said that he saw you in a hand-to-hand sale of narcotics in the park.
Do you recognize this person? Donnie Kendall?
Never seen him before.
Really? How come I'm getting the feeling that you're not being completely truthful with me?
Oh, shit, watch it now.
He's good.
I want immunity.
From what?
The mumps? You're a drug dealer. How'd you know him? You poker buddies? It was real nice chatting with you, Mr. Scoville.
Maybe you can drop me a line in about 25 years.
I sold to him.
When?
Last night. Bunch of other times, too. Him and his little buddies.
What little buddies?
Couple of dudes, couple of chicks. One was Asian. Kinda hot.
Okay, so you're telling me that you saw all
Aren't they like
of them in
16
the park
or
last
15?
night, right?
Yep.
Anyone know what obstruction is?
I believe that's when you deliberately give false information in a criminal case.
You go to prison for it.
Amanda?
Someone best get talking, Jesus.
Yeah, we were there.
You were at the park.
Sometimes we go to the park too.
We'd tell our parents we're hanging out at one of our apartments, but we'd actually go to the park and party.
One of our
Donnie
apartments.
Would get you whatever you want.
The guy points the gun, and there's this loud pop, and you just see Donnie's body crumble.
What did you guys do?
We ran. We just ran.
You didn't think to call the police?
He was dead. I mean, we knew he was dead. Calling someone...
Would have just gotten you into trouble.
Did you get a good look at this guy? Do
People
you
are
think you'd
so
be able to identify him?
stupid.
Do you recognize anyone?
Too.
Where do you recognize him from?
The park. He shot Donnie.
Tells me they're lying. They're still lying, aren't they, Chloe? They shot Donnie. They shot Donnie.
All these years later, you're still adorable.
What part of snoring and drooling is adorable?
Well, every 10 or 15 breaths, you make a little snort noise. And then sometimes you don't even get a little spit noise.
Okay, Dad, seriously.
Do you do drugs?
You do drugs.
Oh, sure. Because you can tell me.
Dad, am I lethargic and uncharacteristically irritable? Are my eyes bloodshot for no apparent reason?
No, except when you're sick.
Well, that's an apparent reason.
Right.
Are my grades plummeting?
No.
According to New York City's guidelines for parents and teachers, it's a pretty safe bet I'm clean.
Making a thin case.
She's really smart.
Parents are invited to the drug assemblies. Besides, if I ever got in any real trouble, my friends would be there to bail me out.
Right. Because that's what friends do.
Yeah.
I knew it.
You tell me one of them couldn't spring a few bucks to save his life?
Castle. Some demented drug dealer's waving a gun. They probably froze up.
But all of them? He wasn't asking SAT questions, he was asking for money. So then these kids probably kept in their sleep.
Look, the Scoville is a bad dude, and we got more than enough.
Yeah, with the girl. It's a slam dunk.
And who gave you the girl?
Scoville?
So the guy's not a genius.
Okay. Say you're right. Why would these kids pick the wrong guy for murder?
Simple.
They did it.
One of them did it.
We're on the same page.
He's the sidekick.
He's
Consult?
You're all here, ready for the freaking show this time, huh? Where were you yesterday?
I'm not sure I have the wrong guy yet, Nickman.
Well, my client's not happy. He gave you potential witnesses, and then you use one against him.
Yeah, well, your client wasn't exactly forthcoming. But I'm willing to reconsider if he tells me everything he knows.
Don't trust her.
Seeing as how you're
Don't
facing a
trust
murder
her.
charge, why didn't you just go with the flow?
I didn't sell it to him. It was working for me.
Working for you.
The mayor even called to thank me. He's in for the Knicks game, by the way. Sweet.
Look, I know everyone likes the
Knicks,
violent
they
drug dealer
suck.
for this.
No, we love.
Oh,
the
they probably don't
drug
suck now.
dealers.
Only the violent drug dealer's
And
story
this time.
makes more sense than our witnesses.
Plus, and I know I'm new here, but aren't you supposed to arrest the right guy?
You had more than enough money to pay off the guy. I bet you all had more than enough. And yet Donnie is dead. Why didn't any of you front him the money?
What are you implying?
She isn't implying. She's saying your daughter is lying about what happened that night.
There wasn't a guy, was there, Romy?
It was an accident. We were just playing a game.
A game.
Like Russian Roulette.
Romy, with a gun?
It was just for fun.
No, with a
We did it all the
water
time.
gun. What the hell?
Pointed the gun at each other and pulled the trigger just to see what it felt like.
Alright, so who shot him?
Get shot.
Spencer bought bullets. We went up to a summer house in Montauk just to shoot around cans and stuff. One Mr. Girl left in by accident.
Who?
Morons.
Who shot him?
Don't play with guns. Morons.
Romy, look at me. Who shot Donnie?
Kid's not answering his cell phone. Mom thinks maybe he went to the park.
Yeah, he went to the park and killed himself.
So what now? What should I do? What?
What happened?
Hey, if you're looking for lunch money, my wallet's on the nightstand.
I lied to you, Dad.
Okay, this way.
No.
You should be writing.
Remember the holiday formal, how Kelsey and I went to Taylor's house after? When we left, it was already raining, and we tried for like half an hour to get a taxi, but we couldn't, and we were already so soaking wet and cold that we finally decided to take the subway, even though it was way after 10.
What?
I jumped the turnstile.
Did you make the train?
Yeah, but the point is I didn't tell you, even after you were so sweet and concerned yesterday. I'm sorry.
Oh, you actually jumped the turnstile.
But I swiped my card twice the next day and didn't even ride.
Oh my god.
Oh, sweetie, if that's the worst thing you've done, I'm happy man.
But I lied to you. Shouldn't you punish me?
Mandatory ice cream for breakfast. No excuses.
I'm serious. If you won't, I will.
I'm serious about the ice cream.
Fine. I'm grounded for a week.
All right, you're tough but fair.
After the DC trip.
That's my rule.
I strive for a daughter like that. Jesus.
He went back and moved his friend's body.
He went back and moved his friend's body. Having the presence of mind to move the body isn't exactly consistent with a guilty conscience, is it?
Who moved the
I'd
body?
say that's more an act of a cold-blooded killer.
And a cold-blooded killer doesn't suddenly feel guilty enough to commit suicide, does he?
Not in any story I'd write.
So if we're right, and Max didn't move Donnie's body, then who did?
Mother.
Stop. Looks like your basic garden variety suicide.
And the abrasion means what to you?
That someone may have helped him pull the trigger. Plus toxicology has his blood alcohol content at 0.28.
0.28?
So he was drunk.
Way drunk?
At 0.28, he may not
That's
have even been conscious.
insane. 0.28.
So Max was murdered.
Isn't that high?
Whoever staged Max's suicide wanted us to believe that he
0.28.
killed himself out of guilt over shooting Donnie, which makes me think Max didn't kill
Oh, wait.
Donnie after all.
Is
Yeah,
that
the
high?
kids corroborated Romy's story that Max pulled the trigger.
It's the
I
freaking
didn't say he didn't shoot him.
0.8?
I said he
0.08?
didn't kill him.
0.0? Oh, yeah, 0.08 isn't it?
Thing.
Yeah, he was drunk.
These kids played a game of pretending to shoot at each other.
0.08
What
is
if one
the
of them wanted
driving
Donnie dead
limit,
for
right?
real? What better way than to get someone else to pull the trigger?
If the point of the game was to shoot without bullets, then why would you have bullets unless you intended to use them?
I told you, I didn't know there were any bullets in the gun.
Well, somebody did, and I think whoever it is killed Max. Your gun, your bullets. From where I'm standing, Spencer, you did it. So where were you between 6:30 and 9 last night?
The Century. With Brandon.
You better hope that Brandon corroborates that.
Look,
They're
I know
smart.
Romy and Spencer told you guys everything and that we're all in big trouble. But I'm glad.
You're glad?
Yes. We should have just come clean with you guys after the accident.
I think he's the killer.
I know. But we didn't want to screw Max over. You don't have to believe me. I have proof. We take these videos, you know, just for laughs. We were all supposed to erase it, but I knew that after what happened to those kids in that Duke case,
Maybe it's not him.
I didn't want to end up like that.
So it was her.
You okay?
I was just thinking about Donnie's parents. What they'll go through when they watch that video. Guess it's not too often you get a murder caught on tape, huh? Yeah. It was pretty smart when you think about it, wasn't it?
I know that tone, Castle.
I'm just saying, it's pretty lucky they filmed their little game that night.
You know, people post crazy stuff on YouTube.
I get filming it the first few times, it's exciting, but the 10th? The 15th? What was so special about that night?
Donnie got shot.
So the only reason to film it is...
You knew something was gonna happen.
There's always a freaking twist! Holy shit!
Get this. Donnie and Amanda were dating until about a month ago.
Ooh.
When Donnie broke it off.
Your decision to make a video that night doesn't make any sense. Unless you knew something was gonna happen.
You think I knew? It was totally an accident. There's no way I could have known Donnie was gonna get shot.
Sure there is.
Yes, Donnie broke up with me. But only because he found out I hooked up with Brandon.
Brandon?
Everything with his family. Donnie checked out. He wasn't there for me and Brandon was.
I bet he was.
If Brandon kept the video, he had his reasons.
He put it in the gun.
Brandon
So
told
it
you to
was
shoot the
him.
video that night, didn't he?
Yeah.
So Brandon killed... Unbelievable. I was right! Why didn't I stick to it? He just gives me serial killer creeper vibes.
Guess who just changed his story?
Where were you that night?
I took a walk. I knew you guys wouldn't believe me, so I asked Spencer to cover for me.
That's what you guys do, right? Cover for each other.
Exactly. Look, detective, you're hot and everything, but if you had any actual evidence, you'd have already arrested me. Me? I have a video that proves Max killed Donnie. You really think a jury's gonna believe he didn't get drunk enough himself?
This is just a game for you, isn't it? Like selling drugs in the park.
He is good.
Off the West looks like I'd be winning. If you think I did it, let's see you prove it.
He's good. He's good.
It popped up on a shared folder as soon as their phone...
Synced.
Thank you.
Synced. If they were together when Max was murdered, then their phones would have automatically synced. There'd be a record.
Oh, you brilliant. We got him.
Just advise me of my rights, right?
Right.
Anyway, that's cool. I don't want a lawyer. This is way more fun.
You're
Maybe
crazy.
you'd like to just sign a confession then?
Sure. I confess that I'm dying to cup a feel into your cup glass.
What?
Now I feel so much better. Why would I kill Donnie?
Amanda?
Amanda is with me, not Donnie.
Yeah, only after Donnie lost all his money.
Which makes you sloppy seconds.
I had to eat you alive knowing that Amanda had been with Donnie.
Especially because he got way more than just under her blouse, right?
You had to wonder, did you set me up to kill my best friend? And when he realized you had, he wasn't going to keep it quiet, was he? Even with you telling him you'd all go to jail. If only Max had been strong enough just to man up. If only Donnie realized he didn't belong with you guys anymore. He and Amanda were through, but none of this would have been necessary. Weak people just don't get it. Exactly.
Did he just say exactly? Because I heard him say
exactly.
Yeah, I heard it too.
You
tricked me.
You tricked me. Stupid kid.
It's called admission against interest.
Just a fancy term for confession.
Pretty sweet, huh? Oh, and the funny thing is, I bet you thought you were pretty clever to go back and move Donnie's body, right? We would have never figured it out if you hadn't.
Well, she would have never figured it out.
Oh, like you would have figured it out.
I definitely would have figured it out.
Are you kidding me right now?
Honest truth, straight face, from my heart.
I love that. That was good. That was a twist and a twist and a twist and a twist. Just gotta hang out with the right people.
Let's go, power up. I don't want to be late.
Hurry off now. We don't want to miss any of the fun.
Any of your fun, you mean?
It's not what you think.
People.
Yeah, to my liquor cabinet.
No, this is going to be a very civilized affair. Now, off. Have fun.
Oh no. Yikes. That was a good episode. That was a really good one. The whole... I thought it was him, just, like, come on. Let's be honest. You look at the kid, the way he looked, the way he carried himself, like, he just looked like someone who would kill people. Like... He just looked like someone. He looked like someone who was just gonna... Bam, bam. And he orchestrated it so well, and he almost got away with it. He would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you kids, meddling kids. That was good. That was good. On to the next one, and the next one, and then if it gets renewed, we'll watch 5 more. If not, we'll go to a different show. But I've very much enjoyed this so far. I tried to give my opinion on. My honest opinion on all the shows that are requested via the 5-episode thing. I've liked pretty much all of them so far, except for one. One of them I just didn't really think it was my show. It was kind of a... But yeah. This one, I like it. I wouldn't be disappointed if I watched the whole thing. See you next time.